Hey guys, this one's called Rumi and Shams. Dear Ewan, have you heard of Rumi and Shams? Jalaluddin Rumi and Shams of Tabriz. People say they were lovers. Some think sexually, but that's never really mattered to me. What I care about is that apparently Shams was a mystic who prayed to God to meet one person he could share his knowing with. Not knowledge like information, knowledge of the beloved, the soul, the perfect lover inside. And then he met Rumi. Rumi was already kind of a big deal, well known in a fairly open minded town, even back then. But something happened when they met. Everything changed. They went on adventures together, though nobody really writes about what they did. What's remembered is the love they discovered between them, the transmission, the presence, the way they saw each other. Their connection was instant, intense. Rumi started withdrawing from his duties, stepping out of his life, just to be in that spiritual dialogue with Shams. And everyone around him got upset. Maybe because they didn't understand what had taken hold of him. Shams disappeared a couple times. Some people say Rumi's disciple, or even his son, killed him. Others say he just went home to Tabriz. Whatever happened, the loss broke Rumi, but it broke him open. And I realized this morning, after you left that day, I sought the beloved. I didn't see it at the time, but that's what I was doing. And now I wonder, are we Rumi and Shams? Which of us is who? Did you also pray to meet one person who could receive what you've learned from God? And my mind replies, both are both. I love you. I love that I let myself love when I met you. I love that my chest and bones have come home. And I can already feel the next lesson coming. Fear. It's very clear. If I tell you that I love you, maybe you'll need to go away. Maybe it'll be too much. And still, I'd love you even then. There's a small crack in my heart when I say it. I'd understand. I really would. The need to not be clung to. I know it, but it wouldn't change how I feel. I truly believe there's a real you with needs that I yearn to honor and cherish. One of those needs might be space from this intensity. But that's not the same thing as me deciding that I might be too much and never telling you your existence has changed me. Running just underneath all of this is a fucked up little prayer I found in my mind the other day. You don't deserve love if you need the love. That's what just drives the desire to control how I'm seen, so I don't appear needy. And I don't know how that got there, but it feels like something the world teaches everyone quietly. It feels intuitively right to be afraid of being too much. I see it everywhere. People trying not to take up too much space, not to need too much, not to show how deeply they feel. But I am this. I met someone I see as wonderful, and it changed me. And I've been changed before, but not like this. I'm not going to play it cool. It's a defining moment. Because if I dim this, if I try to be chill just to keep the connection going, just to maybe have something with you later. Then love becomes subservient to fear. And this light, this thing that wants to be shared with the world, stays hidden under a veil of performative detachment. We did set expectations. I think you were worried I wouldn't be able to move on. I loved that. Of course, Ewan wants me protected. Of course, Ewan wants someone to hold me at night. It's very Ewan of you to ensure I'll be okay. I promise you, I will always stay open to being loved and cared for. I triple, quadruple promise. I'm not the kind of crazy that thinks he's invincible. But there are two tracks here at least. One is, as you rightly see, this animal that I am needs care, community, affection, protection. The other track is, I've been looking for this doorway for 20 years. I told you about the experience I had when I was younger, the mystic who touched me, literally, and how my whole body lit up with this vision of love. I was filled to the brim. Everything was perfect, and my only thought was, everyone should see this. That's still true. That is the track reawakened by you. Everyone deserves love, whether they need it or not, whether they deserve it or not. Everyone needs love. Relatefulness and circling have called to me for their ability to bring the mystical out from the deep inside, to breathe between us. It's the natural evolution of mysticism, finding the God within us, transforming into finding the God between us. I keep wanting to say, Ewan is perfect, but I don't mean it in a pedestal way. I mean, by grace, meeting Ewan, seeing that he exists, I found the love that was waiting for me. And now everything is perfect. Okayness is tethered to nothing but existence. There's this scene in The Last Samurai that describes it well. A samurai spends his life searching for the perfect cherry blossom. Then, in his final moments, dying, he looks up, sees them falling, and says, "They're all perfect." That's how this feels. One last thing. Even if you are the most beautiful projection of my soul that I've ever seen, I still want to know you, the real you, your you-ness. That paradox doesn't need to be resolved. It's what gives this room to breathe. When I say love, please hear two things at the same time. I've found myself in meeting you, and you are wonderful to me because it's so clear how much of you I don't know but want to know. Mike, see you tomorrow.